Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and I want to talk about Brian. What's the darn artist's name? I'm sorry. I just drew an amazing blank as soon as I decided to talk about the darn post that I'm going to talk about right now. Brian Hitch, that's his name. Yes, Brian Hitch. So apparently he decided he wants to do a variant cover for DC Infinite Frontier. Um, and it showed the President Superman, Calvin Ellis, right? And of course, everybody knows that Calvin Ellis is the Earth 23 president, black Superman, because it was based off of former President Barack Obama. Yes, we get that. So apparently, when he released the variant cover for Infinite Frontier, um, people on Twitter didn't like the hairline because he drew the hairline a little far back. And when he got criticized for it, he kind of started a shitstorm. And Black Twitter, I guess, cause see, I don't have Twitter, so apparently there's regular Twitter and then there's Black Twitter, and apparently people were making fun of it, drawing different. I mean, well, not drawing, but showing him how to draw a line up on the character or whatever, and it's just kind of funny because it's just like, damn, it's already bad enough. You guys are pushing. Now you want to push the black president Superman, which I believe that this is the Superman that they want to try to use for the Superman reboot movie, because if they were trying to push a Superman that could have probably been likable or whatever, it probably would have been Val Zod over the President Superman. But because they get to kind of have this character where he's the president and he's also Superman and he's also black, that's like three check boxes going on right there, because then they can throw their politics in it, especially since Ta-Nehisi Coates and what's that guy there named J.J. Abrams is supposed to be producing and writing and directing the movie. So, of course, DC wants to try to push this character. But for me, I remember I was reading the DC Infinite Frontier secret files about Calvin Ellis, and I just got to say, the goddamn book artwork was trash. And I think another thing is people saw that work and then saw how Brian Hitch had drew, you know, Calvin Ellis hair, his hairline. People were just like, hey, bring down the hairline, like where his hair at? Why did you push it all back? And he got offended, and instead of taking the criticism like everybody else, or going back and telling DC, hey, let me tweak this or whatever, stuff like that, he basically told everybody the whole lot of y'all can fuck off. And it's just like, you know you're mad that black people are criticizing how you drew a black person for a hairstyle that is known in their culture, not your culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you do want people to buy the book, right? You want people to buy the variant cover, but they're just saying, hey, tweak the haircut and stuff like that. Now, I didn't really go all deep into it or whatever, because Twitter is Twitter. It gives me a migraine, but it's just kind of funny. It's just like, these comic book artists and pros, and it's just like, when are you guys going to stop being so uptight and not and learn just to take the criticism and stuff like that. Like, for instance, with the video, you guys will see the side by side images that I did. I just brought the hairline down. That's it. That's all they were saying. Hey, just do this, and that's it, and you're good. And instead of like, oh, okay, noted or whatever. And you know how back in the day you could have went back in the if artists did mess up or whatever and stuff like that, DC or Marvel or whatever would do a recall, or they'll make a better issue of that thing to try to fix the editing thing. And it's just kind of funny because it's just like you guys are already trying to virtue signal with this black Superman that really shouldn't really even happen any damn way. And then you get mad that you're getting criticism from black people about how you drew the black character because they're saying like, hey, what happened to his hairline? That's not how that looks, or whatever, and stuff like that. I'm just saying, if you're gonna draw people from different races and stuff like that, make sure that you're doing it correct, because there are going to be people of that race that might read it and be like, what are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying? Excuse me. I'm not saying that you got to be perfect all the time, but if somebody's saying, "Hey, just fix the lineup or whatever," fix the lineup. Especially if it's supposed to be based off of the former president. His hairline wasn't jacked up. It wasn't pushed back anyway. It was forward. So, hey, take a marker or take a little ink and stuff like that. You can even do it digitally and nobody would even know, and then just put that line straight through it and call it a day. It's really not that hard or whatever. But again, telling your potential customer base to F off and stuff like that is not the way to get, people to read the book or whatever. And you already know, you done drew a character, you done drew a black character, you screwed up their hairline. You should have known black people were gonna come after you, and yet what you thought, because you're British, you can just do it just for the hell of it or whatever and stuff like that. So I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm not saying people attacking Bryan Hitch was right or whatever, stuff like that, because I know at first it started off as like a joke about the hairline. Then because he replied about the joke that people were having, then it became serious because everybody was like, wait, hold on, who the hell are you talking to? Stuff like that. Your hairline is messed up. Let's fix that. You know what I'm saying? And I just, to be honest, it's not too late. But it's just like, I know his pride is kind of hurt or whatever because he doesn't like to be corrected. But it's just like, at some point as an artist, you kind of have to take the criticism, you have to take the corrections. You can be doing art for a long time and people can still be like, hey, you can fix this and that or whatever, stuff like that. Excuse me again. Just fix it. Just take the criticism and be like, oh, okay, cool. Like if they were like, hey, that's not the correct color of the person's this or that or whatever, just go back and just change it. It's not too late. Just remember, you have an audience and you have a potential audience and a potential customer base as well. So by you acting out, that might turn them off more. But like I said, you see in the picture over to the right, I believe it will be on the right or the left. Over to the right, you would just go ahead and you would just put that little line, edge it up just a little bit, and then bam, you're good. And nobody would even notice it because they'll be like, oh, okay, it's correct or whatever, stuff like that, because you just kind of like showed a black person's forehead like that. Like, damn, can you bring down his hairline? Even if he is an older black gentleman, they still have hairlines. They still go and get their hair touched up and stuff like that. This is important foundation that you need to understand about a black man's hair, especially if they don't have dreads, or if they don't have mixed texture hair, or if they don't have curly or afro puff or whatever, stuff like that. If they have like a regular faded cut or whatever, you still need to line that up. Make sure it goes with their forehead. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.